This is a true story. Don't believe me? Just listen. Hello, my name is Tony. I recently moved into town about 25 miles from my bus stop, 50 miles from my school. Only about 5 houses around the block. This was in 1999. I was about 14 at the time, and I wanted to help my mother unload the car. But she said no. Go find friends to play with. You may have noticed that I said my dad was not here, because he ranked up huge gambling debts. So my father loved us. He went to hide in this house in rural New Mexico. My dad left his house and his will for us. Somehow he disappeared. The police gave up the search for him. I heard kids about my age laughing. This was just a hunch. I followed the sound of it to a small flatlands with a makeshift one-floor house. My first instinct was to knock on the door, but before I took a step, the laughing stopped and someone yelled, "Who are you? Are you a teenager?" I said yes twice in response to both questions. Around this time, my mom had enough trust in me to have a cell phone. She texted me, "Do not go too far." I responded, "I won't." I entered this house in this clearing. It was roomy. Airy rugs in the front room. There were 2 rooms. The one I was in was clearly meant as a living area. The second was a food preparation area. I'm not saying it was a kitchen, only because it only had a fridge. Only things in this fridge was items to make sandwiches. There was 2 teens in there. Their names were Johnny and Mike. First thing they asked me is if I was new to the neighborhood. I said yes. Then was asked if I had the home of the hanging man. At first I was wondering what they meant, but they told me the story. My father here was known as the hanging man because when he was moving in, he dropped a box with a hanging skeleton. It was probably a Halloween decorations box. They said that I should look for the box because it had never left the house. I thought this was a normal thing because we related and we now own the house. They were my first friends in this old town, but I'm getting off track. Said that a radio station that only comes in the house should say where the secret is located. My mom texted me saying, "Come home," got up and said goodbye to them. When I went home at night, I was thinking about if I should tune the radio to that station, but I forgot I was never told the station. About 2 minutes later, I got a text from Mike. Don't know how he got hold of my number, just went with it. The station was 435.1. I got my old radio station now and tuned it to the radio station. It was only a phrase and repeat. The phrase was, "Outside where the man hanged and the kids played and I laughed." Over and over again. Wrote the phrase down and went to bed. Next morning I asked them about the phrase. They said I was murdered by being hanged in the local playground. And my house can be seen from where this site was. We went there and we saw a little arrow pointing right. We rushed over and I found our storm door to my basement. We went in and found that the basement and we started to look around. And then Johnny let out a huge scream and slowly faded away. Mike and I ran to where he was. We found a hole with a small trapdoor, with a broken frame and lock. With a ladder, I started to climb down. We found Johnny at the bottom of a small moldy water kid pool. He was passed out, and we helped him out of the water and tried to wake him up. He didn't wake up. Then Mike said he would tell Ariana that he likes her. And this he woke up right away and yelled, "Do and you will stay down here for good. And I'll make you put lotion on your skin." I laughed because quite recently at Buffalo Bill, the psycho was caught and the cops found a girl in a pit, being told that, but after a few moments debating if we go deeper, and we did. The tunnel led to a small room with boxes in the middle. There was a small wooden box. I opened inside. It made me sick to my stomach. The thing inside did not do it, but the smell sure did. Inside the smell smelled of like week old meat or decaying people or something. Inside the box was a note. It said the following. It was from my dad. I don't know how he knew I would find this box. Hey son, you may be wondering how I knew you would be reading this. No, it was a hunch, so I didn't even know you were reading this. So anyway, I wanted to tell you, sorry for telling you this way, but I don't know what your mom told you, but I was a killer, and that skeleton the kid saw was one of my victims. That smell you're smelling right about now, it's a stink bum. Don't worry, it's not my victims. You're somewhere else. The box you took this note from is for you. Engraved in it is your name. Enjoy the box. My mom told me my father was never told my real name. On the box, my name. I went upstairs right away and saw my dad on the couch. While on the stairs sleeping, at this moment, my dad stood up and said my name in a deep, dark voice. He said something I will never forget. You are my favorite. Did he mean I was next? I ran with Mike and Johnny to the clubhouse. We got inside and we saw my dad enter the clearing, then disappeared. I moved away when I was about 20. I'm now in college. The police told me not to say where it is or which one it is for mine and other safety. That is the last time I saw my father, and hopefully the last.